Hello, I'm Jacobus deWit, and I'm here to present my animation, Welding, of Chad Business. Let's get started.
Hello, today I'm going to introduce you to the job of welding. I am your host, Chad Business. Without further ado, let's get started. Welders are excellent people who assemble pieces of metal together and repair damages in metal components. They use one of these bad boys to do the job. This machine melts the metal into the shape it needs to be. Your duties are very simple. Review the blueprints and make the shape, as well as smooth the metal and remove the creases. And you can do all of this for up to $27 per hour, or $48,000 a year. Best of all, you only need to graduate high school for this job. If you are interested, about 49,200 job openings are created each year, so it's more often than not easy to apply. Who knows? There may be an opening in your area. And this concludes welding. This is Chad Business, signing off.
So that was my 3D animation, Welding with Chad Business. And this presentation right here will be going behind the scenes. The hardware used to create this animation was started with on a laptop. This was provided by school and featured integrated graphics. It had 8 gigabytes of RAM and a AMD Ryzen 5 processor. The integrated graphics were Radeon Vega graphics, and this was used for in-school editing. I then transitioned on the same day to a desktop, which was originally a Christmas gift and had integrated graphics as well. It had 15 gigabytes of RAM and an i5 processor. On the same day that I received it, I modified it with a GT130. I had 2 gigabytes of VRAM, and I used this for at-home editing and rendering the project. Blender was my primary and only software, which was free and open source. This software is used for animation and 3D modeling, features a path tracing engine known as Cycles, and a real-time engine known as Eevee, as well as a customizable UI. Eevee was used for animation, since it was more hardware-friendly and much faster. The development process started in February. I was doing some 3D modeling, and I didn't exactly know what I was going to do, so I found a poster promoting CTE. I saw the career welding on it and decided that would be my topic for my animation. I started with a base character, and there were some challenges dealt with that, which I'll explain later. Then created Chat Business, and to animate it, I used what was called Bendy Bones, which is a feature within the software. This makes the arms all rubbery, and it makes animating much easier. I recorded all the audio on a phone, well, the dialogue at least. And then all of a sudden it was doing weak, so I had to work very fast. Started with lip sync, and after I did lip sync, everything else was pretty much a breeze. Copyright laws were addressed by using Creative Commons Zero Content, which was the wood material, and the one sound effect, which was a punch sound effect. The rest was created from scratch, even the music, which I created myself. This was to avoid complicated processes, but however, I did have to use some references, which will be stated at the end of this presentation. This was for proof of education. All the animation techniques were utilized from 2 years of previous experience. So, here's the first of the challenges. The original idea was actually modified because of a messed up mouth rig. A character can't frown, as displayed on one of the screenshots with the guy in the green shirt. And as you can see in the final result, it looks pretty ugly. So I solved this with Chad Business. This is the guy with the tie, who never frowns. And as you can see, his smile is picture perfect. Piles of challenges were prevented with the newest version of software. There were new features in this version which enhanced the workflow and made production less time consuming. However, there were challenges regarding workflow. Lip syncing takes a lot of time. However, there was little time for me, but tons of lip syncing to do. To lip sync, I had to move mouth bones to match the dialogue of each syllable, and then I had to insert a keyframe and do it all over again for every single syllable hundreds of times. However, there was a new feature that reduced the times I had to move the mouth bones to only 8 times, and all I had to do was click 2 buttons until the dialogue was all completely matched. But there's another challenge, and this is the worst challenge yet. Everything was going smooth, until 2 days before the due date. The SD card got corrupted, and the project was on that SD card. I got software to retrieve the project, but however the project itself was corrupted, and deemed unusable. However, there was a miracle. After opening attempt, I found a recover button. This had the autosave on it, and the earlier version was saved. Upon opening this earlier version, all the lip syncing that I'd done was saved, and I managed to finish the project on that day. And this concludes my presentation. Here's a list of all the references to prove that in this animation everything is educational. This is Jacobus deWit.